Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or as I like to call it, our little corner of the internet, which I love so very much, and I'm so happy to be here with you. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving the lives a shot. Thank you for just being here and being so amazingly wonderful. You guys are the best. And I won't take up any more time except to say, let's go. And this is for entertainment purposes only. Wow.
Just in the back of the Stittsville market here, packing up, guys, ready to head home, and couldn't help but notice the cloud formation. Look at that. I've never seen anything like that. Where's my cloud experts? What am I looking at? It almost looks like the ocean. Waves. I don't think the camera's giving it a fair shake here, but I've never seen a cloud formation like that in my life. Look at that. Does anybody know what that is?
It's weird. But I would be lying to say that I've never seen this because I saw it actually all the time when I lived in Maine. From what I gathered, this has something to do with frequency or something that's being dumped in the sky. I don't know, but it looks wild. It really does look like the ocean in the sky. I know some of you won't be surprised by that, but it's really cool to see though. I'll have to find some of my old videos because they're even more intense than this. And there's one where this is the sky, like this. And then in the center of it, it looks like a giant vortex of, I'll find it. Don't worry, I'll find it. But if anybody has any logical explanation for this, we will entertain that. But of course, we'd prefer something less logical. Not less logical, but more fantastical. Let's say that, because the fantastical is sometimes the most logical. I'm the Dr. Seuss of the X-Files. And since we're talking about the sky, I mean, come on. They're everywhere. There's no reason for this. What are you doing? And there are going to be people who are going to see this and just say, oh, it's just the contrails. I'm sorry. This makes absolutely no sense whatsoever to me. Just like right there, especially if you look in the distance, you're looking at dozens. And what's really messed up, if you are a sky searcher as I am, I used to just lay on my deck in Maine and look up, and you can see planes and you can see nothing's sticking from the back of them. And then all of a sudden they turn on the chemtrails or whatever you want to call it. And now the lines start forming. And next thing you know, there's a giant grid in the sky exactly like this. And next thing you know after that, it's a cloudy day. And next thing you know after that, the corn's not growing. I don't know. Everybody's sick and everything is crazy. And of course, we're the crazy ones for thinking that they're putting chemicals in the sky. That's what's crazy. Sure. You can go ahead and keep living in that world. That's not where I live, though. What is happening? I have a bag that I brought in here of all sorts of papers that I need to sort through, and the cat's having a field day. And I'm sorry if you can hear that. I can. Okay. Oh, James sent this in, actually. Was kind enough to show this to me. And then after he sent it, I started seeing it in several other places, people going crazy.
So, I don't know what that is.
Yep. Yep. So, as soon as I saw this, I was thinking, oh, what? And of course, James is like, I figured you'd like that. And he was right. Um, but then I searched around and I think we may have a real answer. I like the first thought better, that it's something super, super outer spacey. But I guess it kind of is, because I believe what it really is a SpaceX return rocket. I think that's why it's able to switch directions and trajectories, because it's actually landing. It's coming back. It's the return rocket from a SpaceX situation. So that's that. But it's still pretty fantastical to see. Imagine looking up and seeing that. I'd be like, well, guess it's time. I guess it's time for what we already thought. This one's a little sensitive. So if my dear friend Little Willow is watching, avert your eyes. It's not that bad, but it's definitely a little more adult. So one moment, please. Come on. I think it's playtime. So that's why we're here, to discuss. All right. Oh, this is just creepy. I just wanted to put this in. It's just creepy. It has nothing to do with anything paranormal. It's just why. And be careful.
Oh, yeah. I can tell
We'll start
already
over.
yeah. I can tell already I'm gonna like this ride.
Okay, you sound like a player.
Nah, baby. I just shoot my shot when I need to.
Okay.
So let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
You sing?
You need to put your seatbelt on.
Oh, no, we good, baby.
No, I'm serious. You need to put your seatbelt on. I can't really drive like this.
No, I get it. I just wanted to talk to you for a minute. You got a man?
What does that got to do with anything?
Well,
Look,
know.
you ordered a ride, so we're gonna get you to where you're going. And me having a man or not having a man has nothing to do with this ride. Like,
See, I can tell already.
I need you to sit back. It doesn't matter if I do or don't. How does that mean? How can you tell I have a man?
Well, I can tell you don't have one. You're too uptight.
I need you to.
Here. So I just had to say something about this part where he says the reason he can tell she doesn't have a man is because she's too uptight. Listen, anybody who has someone would hope that they are behaving like this woman. It's not about being uptight. It's about you're hands off. You're like, I'm not interested. You give off a vibe of not available. I'm not available. Happily taken, and don't need your interaction to feel anything good, and I'm not interested. You know what I'm saying? This is an appropriate reaction for somebody in a relationship. Whereas he's being all creepy, saying it's because she's uptight, so he can tell she doesn't have one. That's so bleh. This is so cringy. It's not over.
Sit back.
Listen. Just let me, let me take you out.
How you gonna take me out in the backseat of my Tesla?
She got the last word there. Look at his face. You know what I'm thinking about this creep fest? I'm thinking, hey, try to get my water. I'm thinking this dude dresses up all fancy and he orders Ubers and he picks and he tries to shoot a shot on whoever he can, like it's a date. That's what I'm thinking. What do you think? Am I right? I think I'm right. Wild. Oh, and you know, I really hate to do this, but it wouldn't be another week in the neighborhood and without another unexplainable, ridiculous plane crash. This is right there on the tarmac. Out in Scottsdale on Monday, I believe. We're going to turn that down. Sorry. Really, we don't need music. You can see what's going on. Just right into it. Look, there's a plane and there's... It just went right into it. It's devastating. Someone actually lost their life in this nonsense. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. We need to get our plane situation under control. I absolutely demand it now. Now. Because, you know, you can't not be able to travel. And it can't be that you're scared of something like this every time you do. This is becoming way too common. Aren't we supposed to be relishing in all these advancements of technology and everything's safer and everything makes more sense? I don't feel that way. It seems like every step forward as far as technology and progress and government goes, every step forward is actually a step back that we think is a step forward. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling. What are you feeling? Tell me. Tell me what you're feeling. Sorry, I'm like ridiculously thirsty for some reason. Probably because I don't drink water that often. It's one of my toxic traits. I'm like a hydrophiliac or something. I did manage to find a little bit. Obviously, we had the sky phenomenon, the strange cloud thing, stuff like that. But I was able to find some paranormal stuff. Really not. It's not the quality of paranormal that I want. There's plenty of like nonsensical ones. You know, I could put in. I really want to find some UFO, UAP stuff. And I could put in some of the things I found, but I just look at them and I know it's not real. I know that this isn't real. And what's the point? I feel I'm running low on the real stuff. And I think it's because it's being hidden. I do search specifically for it, but the algorithm is just like not understanding what I'm into. It gets the conspiracy, but it is not fine-tuned to know that we're more of the alien type stuff. We want to hear about fairies, man. I want to hear about X-Files things. And I demand it. I'll find it. Don't you worry. I just might have to expand my resource pool beyond what I've been using. And that's okay. But here we go. What is happening? Do you guys hear this? We got 2 cats in here right now. That's the problem. They're all playing. Okay. There we go. Ready? I think this one's hard to explain away. I really do. I know it's just so simple and it's so small. I get that. But time. um I may need to ask you to hold a moment while I put the cat out of this room because she is. Oh, I have a box here. She's going nuts. Hold on. I'm sorry. Please pause. Feel free to get a snack. Okay. But anyway, so the reason that I find this so hard to believe hard to believe that it was something common and why I find it so believable that this is something odd is because it backs up, and I would attribute that to uneven concrete or something over here. But not only does it back up, but then the way it backs up and goes forward, it doesn't appear to be a windy night. It doesn't sound like a windy night because you can hear that in ring cams. I think this is paranormal. I think we caught something here. And of course it says my backdoor ring camera at 4:28 this morning on February 10th, 2025. So this was going on yesterday morning. One more time. Because once it hits the back wall, it comes back, hits the wall. It seems like there's a bit of a struggle to go forward again. So it's like there's effort behind this. Right there. Right? I believe it. I believe it. All right. Let's. This is wild. This is pretty amazing, though. I can't lie. I think that's amazing. I just don't understand why. There's something behind this, too. Or maybe it's just the only place without snow and they're just playing. I don't know. It's crazy. I thought. Cemeteries are some of the coolest places. I was just talking about this actually. With my wedding photography, I did a wedding from this couple who was very into darkness. They got married at this very cool old estate type castle-y thing. It wasn't a castle, but it was definitely like a very cool, creepy estate. And right across the street was this magical cemetery. And we got the creepiest pictures. It was just so cool. But eerie things just always happen. Like this. And there's really nothing creepy about it, but it's odd. It's just odd. I don't know. I like it. Listen to this.
Michael is gone. Tupac is gone. Prince is gone. Whitney is gone. Amy Winehouse is gone. David Bowie is gone. But I'm still standing.
I don't know what the venue for this was. Because, I mean, it just seems like kind of an inappropriate thing to say, but also a little sketchy. I feel like this is a loaded statement. For sure. Because let's think of the venue in which it would make sense. So her point here is I'm still standing, right? That's the point. All of the other stuff is just examples of other people who aren't, right? So with that being said, the reason that she would say she's still standing would probably be some sort of lifetime achievement award or some sort of, it's clearly some sort of award ceremony. But why would you bring up all of those other people and they're not here? And you're just like, it's almost like you're dissing them. Like they couldn't make it, but I'm still here. I don't know. I think it's weird. She seems like a very cold person to me. Very heartless. And I hate to say this, but I think that when people are this famous for this long and they have this much money and this much clout and just all of this, I think it just breaks people. Not everyone is meant to be at this level of fame. Fame is rough. Everybody's got their eyes on you, I would imagine. And there's a lot of scrutiny that goes into that. And I guess eventually you just build a rough exterior and gradually it begins to calcify inward. I couldn't imagine. But still, a very weird thing to say. Check this video out. Unhinged, some are. Unhinged. That was unhinged, and I'm sorry. Look at this. Look at this.
So now let's talk about this video.
She has a Patrick Mahomes voodoo doll that she is at the game in Eagles gear poking like repeatedly. That's some sick stuff, man. That is sick. Let's hear what this person has to say about it.
This was crazy. In this fan, nobody knows who she is.
Well, of course.
Has yet to be named, but she's gone viral because, as you can see, she was stabbing what looks to be a Mahomes voodoo doll during the game. Now, whether you believe in magic or don't, whether you believe in voodoo or not, that's crazy. And it's almost like the Ouija board. You don't mess with stuff that you don't understand. Even if you don't believe it, there's still a lot of truth to it. Now, did this impact the game? We'll never know. But this is wild.
So it's like that's the exact reason why things were so bad. This lady and that tiny little doll. I believe Travis Kelce said, we just didn't have the spark. I think she poked the spark out of it. Look at that. Unhinged. Unhinged. This is going to be the happy clip. And it's really just funny. So let me turn it down in case. We're going to make it bigger. So every day I see my neighbor go for a walk alone. The way the neighbor looked. And then it's his perspective. My neighbor keeps watching me from his window.
So every day I just go out for a walk. And every day when I pass by this house, the neighbor is just always up in the window. Look at him. Look. I swear he's looking at me and I don't like it.
So I decided to make him a present.
Every day. No.
He's scared because he left his house.
No. What? No.
Present for you. Just for you. Present.
Yeah, thank you. Fucking
Gave
Christmas.
me
Neighbor. Neighbor.
So obviously they know each other, and but this is just so funny because life really is like this. You can have two completely different perspectives of the same scenario. It's really actually funny to think about that. But yeah. So that's all that I have for today. If anybody has any like paranormal clips that you are interested in sharing, thanks James for that one that you sent. That was really cool of the SpaceX. Yeah, so I know a couple of people have mentioned that they were planning on sending some stuff over. Feel free to. Is realdebontheweb@gmail.com. And yeah, that's all. I hope everyone is having a great day. Tomorrow will be another live, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope you have a fantastic night, guys. And I just want to thank you once again for spending some of it here in our little corner, and just say that I appreciate you so, so much from the start. From the start. This has been one of the great joys of my life. So thank you. Have a fantastic night. I love you so very much. And I just want you to have a fantastic day. Talk soon. Good night.